Jennifer, can you hear me? You're on mute.
Okay.
Here you go.
Yeah, here I am. I had trouble getting my camera on.
Oh, you got it now.
Yeah, yep, here I am.
Bob.
Hello.
How are you?
Okay, so far so good.
Good, good. Happy Friday.
Yeah.
Hi, Thelma. May.
Hi.
Hey there, Thelma. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great, great. Hi,
Good.
Renee. Dayla, how are you today? Did I say it right?
Dahlia?
Dahlia? Dahlia.
You can say
Okay.
Dolly if you.
Dolly. Okay. Dolly for short.
Hi.
Hey. We'll wait a few minutes and we'll get started here. We'll probably have a good sized class. Everybody know how to turn on their camera if they want to. It's always good to see faces. Here's May. Hey, May. Good to see you. JMac and iPhone. I'm sure your parents didn't name you iPhone, but that's what it says your name is. They come. There you are. What the lady whose phone says iPhone, what's your first name?
Do you see me, Patricia?
I see it. Patricia?
Yes, that's me. I'm
All
here.
right. I'm going to put that as your name, okay?
Thank you.
Patricia. All right. Like that? Did I spell it right?
Yep.
All right, good. It's an easy one.
Hi, Kevin.
Hey, Josie. Good to see you again.
Yeah.
Carolyn and Petra, how are you all?
Fine, thank you. And you?
Good. Good. Anybody need help with their camera? I know, you think you have had a bad hair day, you don't want to turn it on. There's no judgment. There's no judgment against that up. We're just learners. We're not here to do a beauty contest. It's just, our smile covers all of our blemishes. Good, it's good. All right, we're still got folks coming. Anybody, this is your first class we'll get set up? I have the
First one for Patricia.
So Jennifer was your first one?
Yes.
Good, excellent. Did somebody else say their first one?
No.
No, okay, all right, well, good. We'll get set up's unique. You have live teachers, live instructors, we have live conversation. It's much better than a lot of other online learning, which you just have a recording and you can get to talk to live people. But with it comes some of these little things here. If there's sound going on where you are, we hear it if you're not on mute. And so you don't have to be on mute if it's quiet, but if it gets loud there, like if your dogs or cats get jealous that you're learning and they want your attention, sometimes they make noise, or maybe somebody's doing yard work outside, or my neighbor decided to fire up his generator about an hour ago. I thought it'd be a good time to run that, so that was nice. All kinds of crazy things. So if it gets noisy there, just mute yourself, and when it passes, you can unmute yourself. But I always want to encourage you to talk and be a part of the conversation, because that's one of the benefits of Get Set Up, is being able to talk. And we have a lot of great guides or instructors with lots of topics, and you can take these classes as many times as you want. This class has got a lot in it. So I teach a lot of classes. This one's about Apple iCloud Basics. Is that what you signed up for?
Yes.
All right, good. Making sure I'm teaching the right class to you guys. So you don't get surprised by my other class in that time. All right, well, let's jump in here. We got a lot to cover.
Excuse me, Kevin.
Yeah.
I thought it was iCloud Basics.
Yes, what did I say?
Oh, you said Apple iPhone. Okay.
Apple iCloud. Yeah. Are you still good? That's
Yeah.
what you got? Okay, all right. I don't want to
I know how to use the phone. I just don't know how to use iCloud.
iCloud, right? Good. Okay. Yes. All right. Petra's already said, please explain backup. Yes, I will. Let me share some, let me do this. Let's go to some slides here and let me share that. So you see that sharing. All right, you can see that okay? Good. And let me change my video over to this one. All right, you can see me. All right, so here we go. You understand using Apple iCloud. So I'm in Tampa, Florida. I love helping people learn. I think we should learn as long as we're alive, be a lifelong learner. There's so much to learn. Learning should be fun. So I try to make it fun. So we'll try to make this topic fun. All right. If you want a recording of this, you can email help@getsetup.io. And we don't get endorsed to using these products. I just talk about stuff I like to use and stuff that works for me. So we're not getting paid to talk about any of these things. I'm very loyal to Apple, but I also use other products as well. All right, we're going to talk about cloud storage, the 4 components of iCloud, and then how to manage iCloud on your devices, because it gets down to customizing it for you. So I want you to be able to do this. Before I jump in, though, what would be something that you would say, hey, Kevin, I really want to know what this is about iCloud. And if you talked about this, then this class would be a huge success, and I'd go home happy and have a great weekend. Now, I'm not guaranteeing I'll cover all of it, but I usually get to about 90% of it. So we've already shared the question about backup. So that one's in there. What else? Just unmute yourself and tell us what you're thinking.
I get the idea that it saves, yippee-yi-yo, like if I lose my computer or the house burns down or God knows what. But I bet I wouldn't know how to go get it if I lost it. So that might be another class, but I don't care.
All right. How to restore your backup.
Yeah, how to go get it
Yeah.
out of that cloud. Do you have to pray for rain or?
Yeah, right. Right. Okay.
How secure is the cloud?
Oh.
All right, Jennifer, security. Okay, that's a good question. All right. What else?
My question, this is Patricia, and I keep getting emails talking about storage. This
You got
is
you got
they
a
talk
space?
about the cloud storage, and I have no idea
Yeah. Okay.
what I need to do about that.
Is it telling you you're out of space?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll get into that. That's good. That's a good one. That's important. Anybody else?
Oh, I have one. I think I have 2 accounts.
Okay.
And I don't know how to eliminate whichever one it is that I
All
don't.
right. Yeah. That's kind of.
I'd like to be able to change my email address. I have one that's I never use anymore from a previous job.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
not my phone.
All right, I
Somebody
mute
else.
myself. Sorry about it.
All right. Good. Well, all right. Anything else? Those are all great. Well, you should probably be able to get to all of those. The rest of you are just sponges, just going to soak up whatever we give you, right? You're going to learn whatever we throw at you, which is good. And if you don't get it all in this class, come back and take it again, because it's always different. Every class, we have different things. All right, let's jump in here and get into some of these things. So first of all, what is cloud storage? We talk about cloud storage. Let's start out with what it's not. So on your phone, your iPad, your tablet, your computer, that would be called local storage. That's storage space that you have on your devices that you hold in your hand, that's at your desk, that's at your house, at home. And it's all available just to you, unless the only way people can really see that is if you bring them over to that device and show it to them. The danger with the convenience of it is it's right with you wherever you go. The danger with that is if anything ever happens to that device, you lose everything on it. It's not backed up, right? Like if your phone gets dropped in the water or stolen or broken, everything that's on there that's not backed up is now gone, disappeared. So that's local storage. Cloud storage is when you store files and information, not locally, but in the internet or through the cloud, something that you can access through the internet. So it's considered cloud storage. There's the major players here. Google has a platform called Google Drive that you can store files in there. These all start you out with free space, and then when you start using them, you have to buy more space. Microsoft's platform is called OneDrive, and Apple's version is called iCloud. Now, iCloud is more than just cloud storage. There's a lot of things in here. I'm going to talk about the 4 components of it, but at the highest level, it's storing the information in iCloud in their cloud storage, in their cloud server. So it's offsite. So if anything were to happen to your device, you could still go retrieve it from another device, assuming you have the same account that you could access it. Is it secure? Well, yeah, I mean, I trust these companies. Their whole business model is to provide storage and safe storage and secure storage and backed up storage for you. And I trust they're going to do it better than I'm going to do it myself. I have several external hard drives that sit on my desk, and I've been getting messages that one of them is like breaking down on me right now, and it scares me to death. I don't have it all backed up. So it's, you know, they're good as long as they work, but if they ever break and they're not backed up, I'm in trouble. So there's an idea called redundancy, where you back up something more than one time in more than one place, because if something happens to one, you can go to the other place and get it. So that's the idea there. So we're going to dig into, now I use, I'm not a Microsoft guy at all, so I don't use OneDrive, but I do use Google Drive a lot. I do have a Dropbox account, and I do use iCloud. I use all of those. So I'm a fan of all of those, but we're going to talk specifically about iCloud. All right. Anytime you have a question, jump in, raise your hand, interrupt me, put something in chat, whatever would help you to do that. I want to make this helpful for you. All right. The benefits of cloud storage are that you can save storage. You can save storage space on your device. I will show you an example on my phone. I have a 64 gigabyte iPhone 8 Plus. Okay, 64 gigabyte. That's kind of small these days. Most of them are 128 gigabyte enough. But I have access to over like 20,000 pictures on my phone. Well, there's no way 20,000 pictures could be stored on a 64 gigabyte phone. It just wouldn't fit. But because it's stored in the cloud, I can access it from my phone, and it saves space in my phone. One of the biggest benefits of iCloud is that it helps get your photos off of your phone and stored in the cloud, but you still have access to your photos. So we'll talk about that. We have classes just about Icloud Photos, because it's an app itself, but I'll dig into it a little bit here. You can share and collaborate with others easily, because again, if your files are just on your computer, then somebody has to come to your house, or you have to take your computer to them to see it. But if you're sharing files that are in the cloud, anybody who has access to the cloud that you give rights to can share and collaborate with it. You can also back up in the cloud storage, and then you can sync and access across all your devices. That's the other advantage of it. Okay. Most of you probably have an iPhone and a computer, or an iPad. I have all three, multiple iPads, and I only sync my iPhone and my laptops. They're multiple laptops, but I do that. I have several iPads, and I use them for different things, and they have different iCloud accounts. But you could sync them to as many as you want. All right. So what are the 4 main components? The 4 main components are this. So there's a backup part of this, but the backup of iCloud only applies to the mobile devices. iCloud only backs up phones and iPads. It does not back up your computer. iCloud does not back up all of your computer. Why is that? Well, think of it. You have space in the cloud for your this virtual hard drive, if you will. You don't have enough space up there for all that's on your computer. Your computer has a really big hard drive, so that's a lot of stuff you'd put out there. So it doesn't accommodate that. Our phones and our iPads have less space, so they're able to back those up. All right, secondly, it syncs your Apple apps. So if you buy Candy Crush on your phone, you can play Candy Crush on your iPad. And if you keep up with your contacts and your calendar and your email on your phone, you want all of that to be also updated on your iPad or your computer. Those can all be synced together because they're sharing the same iCloud account. Okay, we'll dig into those settings shortly. And then 3 and 4 are similar but different. So Apple has broken out these 2 types of files. Obviously, a photo file is a file, but they treat photos different than they just do regular files, other types of files. So they have an app for photos called Photos on the phone and on the iPad, and even on the computer, it's called Photos, and all of your photos are in there. And so when you take a picture with your phone on your camera, those photos go into Apple Photos, and that's what this Icloud Photos is controlling. Okay, and then there's also Icloud Drive, which is where you put all your files. You could put a photo in a drive, but they want you to keep your photos separate in Photos. They're usually organized by date and by albums, where files are typically organized by folders. And so there's different ways to access your Drive files inside your different devices. We'll get into that. All right, let's look at the benefits of each of these 4 components. First, a distinction between a backup and a sync. A backup is a static copy of some of your files at a specific point in time. Think of it as a snapshot of whatever state your computer was in at that, or your device was in at that point. And so if I had a backup that I did last week, and I did some things between last week and now, and I went and restored that backup, anything I did since then would not be reflected, but everything I did back on that day would be reflected. Now, Icloud Backs Up, if you have it turned on, it'll back up your iPad and your iPhone every day, once a day. So it just keeps a daily backup of it, which is helpful. Where syncing is the live updating of your files, and it synchronizes them across all the devices. This is a little more in real time. And so when you make a calendar change on your phone, it shows up on your calendar on your computer or on your iPad. It's just synchronized together. So that's the difference and the distinction between those two. Everybody doing good?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Did you say it won't back up our computer?
Right, that's right. It won't.
Oh, I didn't want you to say that, but okay.
Yes, there's other ways you have to do that. Yes.
Ask me those fast drives. Okay.
All right. Benefits of backup: restore your files if your device is lost, stolen, or damaged. The biggest advantage of this, let's assume you go down, let's say this weekend you're out with your family and you lose your phone and you have to go get a new phone, and it's been backed up every day. So you go to you get your new phone and you log in with your Apple ID, and you turn on iCloud and all of your stuff shows up in your new phone that was on your old phone. It's beautiful. That's so nice. So that's definitely worth it right there. Okay. And I would encourage you, if you know you're going to get a new phone, you can force a backup right when you want it, right before you switch over, and then you're getting everything up to date to that point. And then when it syncs up, it's going to be, when it updates the backup, it's going to all be there from right where you left off. Okay, what about sync? You have the same information on all your devices that you want, which is great. And there's this thing called continuity, which is a really neat thing. A lot of people don't know about this if they use all Apple products. I can start looking at a website on my phone, and then I can go to my computer and pull up that website automatically on my computer. It knows that I was working on my phone. I can copy something on my iPad, just copy it, and then I can go to my computer and I can paste it into a document on my computer. And what's in my clipboard transfers it from one to the other. A lot of neat continuity things that are there that Apple does. All right. What about iCloud Photos? What are the benefits of this? Well, one, you have a backup of all your photos. This is really important, right? It's so easy to take pictures now with their phones, and these are memories. These are really important. I would encourage people, never delete pictures. Don't delete pictures. Memory is cheaper to buy than memories. That's my slogan. Memory is cheaper to buy than memories. For the sake of space, don't just start dumping photos. That is just a horrible thing to do, that you gave up all these memories because you needed a little more space. Memory space, file space, the cost of that goes down all the time. It's very affordable. Memory is cheaper than memories. That's my slogan. All right, you can also sync your photos of all your devices. So if you want to look at it on your computer, your phone, your iPad, they're all there. You can get to them. And then you can access and share them through albums and all that too, which is really good. All right. And then the benefits of iCloud Drive. So think of this as just the file cabinet, right? This is where you can select certain files and share them across your devices. It used to be hard to share a file from your computer to your iPhone. Now it's very easy through iCloud Drive. You can do that. But the way you access these files depends on what device you're on. So if you can get to it through iCloud.com, you can log in on any browser and get your iCloud Drive that way, as well as your photos. On your computer, if you have a Mac, you can go to the Finder and get to the iCloud Drive folder there. And on your iPhone and iPad, you have to open up this Files app. If you don't have it on your iPad or your iPhone, you can download it for free from the App Store. But that's how you access the files that are in iCloud Drive, depending on the device you're in. Still doing good? I'm going to show you screens and get into my phone and my computer shortly here, but I'm kind of giving you the overview of this. All right, this is how you get into, let me not go to the computer. Let's go to the iPhone. I'm going to do this in a minute, but just give you a picture. So to get to your iCloud settings, you're going to go to your settings. You're going to click on your name, the top of the settings page. Down below that, on the next screen, you're going to get to the iCloud section, and then there you get to all the settings. Same as on the iPad screen. It's a little different, but it's the same sequence of that. All right, so before I jump into doing the settings on my iPhone, any questions on kind of the overview of how all this works or looks?
I have a question, Patricia. Here. I don't really know exactly what I'm doing most of the time, up to be honest.
None of us do. We're all faking it.
You're in a great big club.
I don't even know if I did this or how it got on there and how I got message about iCloud. But I don't ever remember setting this up. Maybe I did. I don't know.
All right.
But
Well,
is it necessary to check and see?
Yeah, double check. So you got an iPhone, right, Patricia?
Yes.
All right, good. That's step one. You got an iPhone. Do you have it with you?
I'm using it. That's the only way. I wanted to use my computer, but it said the webinar had to be on the computer. Is that correct?
No, you're looking at it on the phone right now, aren't you?
I'm sorry. The webinar had to be on my mobile phone.
No.
Yeah, because I really wanted to get on my computer and have my phone free.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all right. Yeah, no, I mean, you can try to connect on your computer right now if you want, or take the class again, get as much out of it as you can this time and come back again and do it when you can look at your phone.
Right. Okay. Yeah, my computer, look, my computer is so slow. That's the other thing I have. I have a slow computer.
Okay, so here we go. Anybody else got a question before I jump in?
No, go.
All right. So I'm going to go to settings, right? Settings.
How did you get it? Is that are you an ATL? I'm looking at your clock and it says ATL on your analog clock. Yeah. Is that Atlanta?
Yeah, it's set to Atlanta time, which is Eastern time, which is close to. I'm in Florida, but Atlanta's the same time zone. Yeah.
I never realized there was a like a city or a state on.
Yeah. When you go in and you set your times, you have to pick a city.
Yep. I see.
All right. Those are widgets. That's another class. We'll get into that. All right. Okay. All right. But thanks for noticing. You're paying attention. Okay. All right. I'm clicking on settings. Everybody know where settings looks like a gear, right? Click on settings and it opens up. At the top of this, you should have your name and it should say Apple ID, iCloud in there. Okay. Yep. Click on your name and on this, you scroll down, there's a section called iCloud. You're going to go in there and this is where the settings are. So these, we all are given, I didn't show you that one slide. So you're all given 5 GB of space by Apple right off the bat for free. You get 5 GB free. And then from there, you can buy 20 GB, I think, 200 GB or 2 TB. So it goes up from there. And I have 200 GB of mine. That's why mine says I've used 144 of 200, right? So this tells you how much of it. This is not space on your phone. This is space in the iCloud Drive that you have, right? So it also tells me that most of my space is used by photos, okay? So I'm going to click on Manage Storage, and I'm going to open this up. It's looking, okay? When you get into some of these bigger amounts with them, so when the first jump up is 99 cents a month, I think takes you to like 20 GB or something like that. $3.99 to get to 200 GB a month, $3.99, and then I think it's $10 a month for 2 TB.
Excuse me, is that 200 GB a month or in total?
Is it two? Ask again.
200 gigs.
Total.
You have 44. Total.
Yeah. So at the 200 and the 2 TB, you can also share it with other up to 5 other people. They don't see your files, but you can all share that together. So I've shared it with one of my children. She needed some space, so I share it with her. Okay, and then this tells me how much of it, 115 of that is photos, 4.3 is backups. I've got some files in my iCloud Drive, and then the rest is these other smaller apps using some space. Okay, so if you're
Kevin,
up, yeah, go
just
ahead.
for a moment, the 99-cent thing gives you 50 gigabytes.
50. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Thank you for that. I had a slide I meant to show you, so it's 50 gigabyte. Yeah.
Kevin,
Yes.
my message is pretty high. Do I need to delete those every once in a while or what?
How many? How much space is?
4.6 gigabyte.
Do you want those all backed up? Is that important to you?
I don't know.
Do you ever go back and look at old messages, or do you pretty much live in the day?
No, I have all messages.
Yeah. It just depends on your personal use. I mean, if you want history of all those, that's why they're in there. It's keeping history of it. So if you ever to lose your phone and you got a new phone and logged in with this Apple ID, then iCloud's
So
gonna say, hey, you got 4 gigabyte of messages still. They're back on your phone.
Okay,
You
so
decide
that should be on then, messages, or you should just put it off.
it's up to you. That's your choice.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
I hope this is my last interruption.
No,
The most I have says backups,
yeah. Okay.
and it's quite a lot. Why is that so?
Is this an iPhone or an iPad?
iPhone.
iPhone. All right. And well, we'll look at. Let me go back. Where we go back? I'll show you what you have under that. So I'm in iCloud.
Yeah. So you have photos, and mine says backup.
Is the most? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me show you. So that tells you what's being used on your drive, on your iCloud Drive. That's what that is. So everybody's number is a little different. All their percentages are different. All that based on what you have set. So then what drives that is the settings you have below it.
Yeah.
So again, this is device specific. So this is just for my iPhone. If I go to my iPad, it's different for that, right?
Oh.
But they're still sharing the same 200 gigabyte in my case.
Mine looks so different. I'm not on the right. Mine says, it just says it differently. Backups, cloud, yeah, Cloud Drive. I'm not on the right page.
Are you in managed storage still, or I backed out of storage? I'm on the main iCloud page. So again, I'm logged. I got to settings and I clicked on my name, and then I went down to iCloud, and then you should get it. Okay, so storage is on top, and then below that, all the apps that you want to turn on to be synced in iCloud. Okay, I don't use the Apple Calendar anymore. I use Fantastical, so I don't have a calendar turned on. Green is on, gray is off on the toggle switch here. So gray is off, green is on. I don't use. Okay.
I see what I did wrong. I missed the step.
Good. All right, you go down to iCloud. A couple big things. We're going to look at photos. We're going to look at iCloud Backup and iCloud Drive. Those are big ones here. So iCloud Drive, I could turn it off from my phone, and then I wouldn't be able to get to those files, but I have it turned on. iCloud Backup, I want that to be on. You definitely want to have that down on your phone. So when you click on that, you just click, it says it's on. It tells you at the bottom the last time it backed up. Mine does it every night around 9 or 10 o'clock. But if I was going to go get a new phone, I would push backup right now, and then it would get backup currently to right now, and then I would set up my new phone. Otherwise, it's doing it automatically for you. Now, there's some reasons why your phone won't back up. One, you're out of space on your iCloud. You don't have enough space. Two, you don't have it turned on. It's gray instead of green. And three, the other option is for it to back up, it has to be plugged in and using Wi-Fi. It won't do a backup over cellular. So if you don't have Wi-Fi turned on, it's never going to do a backup because it's not connected by Wi-Fi. It wants Wi-Fi and a power source. It won't do it on battery, and it won't do it on cellular. And it needs enough space. It needs to be turned on. Those are all the requirements. Okay?
Kevin, it says locked. What does that have to do with anything?
Yours says locked?
Yeah, the iPhone is connected to power, locked, and on Wi-Fi. Learn more.
Okay, locked just means like it's going to do it overnight when you're not using it. You're not using it. It's just, it's in a state where to turn, you would touch it and you would have to put your password or your thumb or your facial. Yeah, that's locked.
Okay, got it.
it wants to be kind of at a state of rest. So it's like, hey, okay, give me a chance to back up before you change something else on me. Yeah.
Okay.
You're basically not using it in that mode. Okay, so that's backup, drive backup. All right, good. We're good on that. Key change your passwords. If you use that, that's what that is. All right, let's look at photos. This is another big one. This one's really important. Definitely use iCloud Photos. It's free. All right, now here is this check mark right here is really important. I have mine set to optimize iPhone storage. So this is what gets confusing for people, is that our cameras take really high resolution images now. Our cameras are really good. They take really high resolution, which means they're large files. And they can potentially take up a lot of space on your phone if you kept all the native files on your phone. And typically the thing that takes up most space on people's phones is videos, photos, and audiobooks or podcasts, those large audio files or video or photos. So what Apple Photos allows you to do is to store the original version of the photo, the high resolution, biggest file size in the iCloud for you. And it saves a smaller thumbprint version of it on your phone. So it's not taking up as much physical space on your phone memory, but you still have access to them. That's what's confusing. It's like, wait, how can it be in both places? It is. It's in both places, and it's taking up a lot less space on your phone when you're using this. And you can still have access to all of them. So let me give you an example. So I have mine set on iPhone storage. If you select the other one, then it's keeping the originals on your phone and it's taking up the most space possible, and you can be limited to how many photos you could take. The photo stream thing, I don't use that. And shared albums, that's all personal preference. It doesn't really affect your storage, okay? But let me show you. To access photos, I need to go to the Photos app, right? So that's up here at the top, next to my camera. It's the Apple photo, right? Looks like a flower, this guy right here. And I'm going to click on it, okay? Now, if I go to the bottom, if I go to library and I go to the bottom of this, look, I've got 18,842 photos and 930 videos in here. Do you think there's any way possible this phone, 64 gigabyte, could hold all that? If it was original? No, there's no way. So how do I still have access to these and it's not taking up all the space on my phone? Because I'm using iCloud Photos. So it's keeping the original files in the cloud. I have access to all 18,000 of them here. These are little thumbnail prints. If I want to look at it, I just click on the picture and I can see it. It's all here. If I want to download it, I can. It's all there. I can share this. I can make albums just like I have them all on my phone, but it's not taking up all the space, right? So let's look at one other thing. If I go back to settings, I'll prove this to you. Here I'm going back to settings, and I'm going to go to how much space is on my, I think it's under general. Yeah, iPhone storage, okay? Now I'm looking at the space on my phone. This is the physical space on my phone. It's a 64 gigabyte phone, and I've only used 41 of the gigabyte. And see the photos, how small it is?
Doesn't make sense, but that's okay, not today.
Somebody say it doesn't make sense?
Not today.
So I have access to all of the photos, but they're not all natively stored on my phone. I have access to them through the internet, through iCloud Photos. Does this make sense? I don't know how to say it any clearer.
Magic.
What did you
But all,
what did you
okay,
say
all of this,
takes a lot of space?
What's that?
You said something takes up a lot of space. You said photos.
The native file of the photo takes up a lot of space.
Oh,
The oven.
podcasts and photos and something else.
Videos.
Oh, video.
Yeah, so look, this is not my this is my phone itself. This is not my iCloud Drive. This is my phone we're looking at here, right? So photos only uses 3.75. Audible, music, those use the other ones. That's what's using the most on my phone.
Well, isn't that cute? I got it. Okay.
Okay, so if though, if I go back to settings, if I go back to iCloud again, if I didn't have photos on, I would be out of space. I couldn't have all those photos on this phone. If all the native files were on this, they wouldn't all fit on this phone. There's just no way. Because I've got, when I go back to manage storage on iCloud, it's going to tell me how many gigabytes I'm using. I'm using 115 gigabytes for photos and videos.
So if you want to look at one of your photos on your iPhone, are you then using cellular minutes?
If you are, well, these are
I mean,
really
if you're
small.
away from
Really?
home, you're away from
Yeah.
your Wi-Fi.
Yeah, there's, to an extent, yeah, a little bit, but it's not going to download the whole photo necessarily. These are all thumbnails. You don't have to have to look at it on a screen, you don't have to have a high resolution image. You need a high resolution image if you're going to print like a poster or something. That's where you need a high resolution when you go to print. But to view it, you don't need a high resolution. It can be a small file.
Okay.
Yeah,
Devin, can I ask a question?
sure.
If I'm looking at a photo on my iPhone and I delete it,
Yes.
is that automatically deleted out of the cloud and
Yeah,
out of
this is a very important point he's asking
all
about here.
devices?
This is, everybody pay attention.
Okay.
The answer is yes, watch. So that's why I say don't delete anything. So let's say I want to delete this one, okay? And I hit the delete can. It gives me a warning. It says this photo will be deleted from iCloud Photos on all your devices. Yes, so if you delete it, it's gone. It's,
So, Kevin, I noticed there are a number of duplicates. So if you had two of these thumbnails, right?
I didn't, I don't have,
But it's motorcycles or whatever.
they're not duplicates, they're actually just multiple pictures.
What does that mean? Like these two at the bottom, aren't they the same photo?
Yes, they are.
They look exactly the same.
Let me see.
And this happens on mine. I have all these duplicates and I think, why do I have all? So if I delete one of them, the other one's still there?
Should be, yeah, let's see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it happens all the time. So I think, why in the world are they taking up all that space?
Yeah, you can delete your duplicates for sure.
Okay. But you don't know why they're there?
Some of my problem is I'm using iCloud Photos, I'm using Google Photos, I'm using Amazon Photos.
Yeah.
I've got a lot going on, so mine's probably related to that.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, better to have two than none,
One
right?
question, Kevin, a question on
Storage.
on my iPhone storage, the highest part is showing Safari, 1.8 gigabytes.
Yeah.
Anything, what I'm doing, not,
Yeah, I mean, only 1.8 is not much, right? I mean, you probably have enough space. Are you still below your 5 gigabyte?
Yeah, we have 200.
yeah, we have like 50 and 200, or 200 total.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it's high compared to any,
Even picture.
even pictures and all,
Yeah.
photos.
Yeah. Are you, do you bookmark a lot of websites?
Bookmark.
Yeah, but I get out of them. I mean, websites like, reading and newspaper,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
I mean, something has to be the highest. That's not that high of a number, really.
Oh, okay.
So if you do the bookmark, then does take a space then?
Yeah, it's not
I-
much. I mean, you're less than 2 gigabyte, but it's not much.
Okay, thank you.
But the beauty of that is when you go to another device and you open up Safari, you're going to still, all your bookmarks are there. That's the idea of it.
Maybe.
So if you bookmark it on your iPad, you can also see it on your computer and on your phone. That's, if you don't need that, just turn it off, but that's how that works.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. You guys figuring this out? Is this making sense? How about, so I showed you the photos, that's where the photos are. And how do I get the files on my phone or my iPad? So there's this app right here. It's a utility, but it's called Files.
Yeah.
It's a white background with a blue folder.
Yeah.
And if you don't have it on your phone, you got to make sure iCloud Drive is turned on. And secondly, maybe you have to download it from the store, but it's free. When you go into it, it opens up, and if you click on back up here, browse, there's a section called iCloud Drive, and in here are all the files that I have put in iCloud Drive on my computer in the iCloud Drive. So these are all available. So there's 16 items that I put in there. It tells me what's left of my 200 gigabyte there. So you can see the reason it doesn't back up my computer is because my computer would eat up my 200 gigabyte really fast if I backed up the whole thing. I could put select files in here, but they're going to go towards that 200 gigabyte. All right, I'm going to show you in a minute. Let's try to remember what's in here. All right, so here's a picture of my wife and I. All right, this is, I told you to put pictures in here, but that's a picture. Oh, the starfish, I want to show you that. There's a graphic. So that's on my files here. I'm going to show you on my computer where it is. And then we're going to delete it from one of them and check the other one and show you that when I took it off the computer, it would come off of here. All right, so that's how you get to the files on your phone and your iPad. You go to the Files app, and they're going to be in there. The way you get to your photos is through the Photo app.
How do you know if it's syncing?
And you know what?
Like it says, I have 4 items available on iCloud. That's got to be crazy.
4 items available?
Yeah.
Or
4
so
items.
You're in iCloud Drive here. Now at the bottom it says what?
4 items, 1.56 gigabytes available on iCloud.
Yeah, so you probably have 5 gigabyte total. You've used 3.5 of it.
But I only have 4 items up there in the cloud?
No, just in the drive. So this is different than photos. This is just files. Most people don't use this piece. This is not something people use a whole lot. Yeah, I don't use the drive much. I don't really. This is just your file cabinet of shared files. So if you want to share them across your devices, that's what these are.
How do you know if it's actually doing the syncing thing?
All right, so back again in settings.
Yeah.
Settings, and we're going to go back into your name and then iCloud.
Yeah.
And down here, these are the things that are syncing based on this from this device.
Apps using iCloud. Okay.
So you decide what those are.
I think I already have. Okay.
All right.
Good.
Obviously, if you want to sync it with your iPad, then you have to have the same ones turned on your iPad, or they're not going to sync. Because if they're on and one and off the other, they're not going to sync. They have to both be on.
Okay, that's a little clearer.
Yeah. Okay.
How do I put the files app in? I mean, I don't see it.
How do you put
The files. I don't find it.
You can't find files on yours? You're looking on your phone?
Correct.
Yeah. Do you know how to search? If you put your finger in the middle of the screen and just drag down, you get the search bar at the top.
Okay.
And then up there, just type in files.
Okay, I'll try.
And does it open up? It should show this icon if it's on your phone.
Okay, and if it isn't, then I have to. Oh,
Yeah. Then go to the App Store.
Okay, and download it.
Yeah, just make sure it lists the same icon.
Oh.
App Store. Let's see what it looks like.
Create a free iCloud account.
And we're going to search files. Yeah, there it is. If you don't have it on your phone, it's going to say get. If it's already on your phone, it'll say open.
Gotcha. Okay. Utilities, files, utilities. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. All right. All right, we're ready to go to, I'm going to show you on the computer. So some of you may have Mac computers and some of you may have PC computers, right? So how do you access this from a PC, let's say? So I think Windows 10 has a utility that you can install that works with iCloud a little bit. But let me go to this desktop and I want to go here. All right, so you guys do this. You go to iCloud.com and then you're going to log in with your Apple ID. I got to look up something here. Same one you did on your phone that you were using before.
Why would you want that on your iPad?
Even if you're on a plan with my other family, can I still get into the iCloud if I'm not the administrator?
You just have to have the username, email and the password. If you have that, then you can get into it.
Okay, so I should ask for that.
Yeah. So I'm logging in and it opens up this screen here. And look, if we go into photos, all my photos are going to be here. Again, they're in the cloud. They're not downloading to my computer here. They're just all in the cloud, but they're going to let me look at them. There they are. See the 19,770? They're all there. The one I deleted, that's gone over here. That's gone because I deleted on one and deleted on all of them. Okay. You can upload photos from here from your computer if you want to and add them to your photos, and then they'd show up on your other devices as well. That's one thing. You can download photos from here. You click on one, you want to download it, you click on it and hit the download button, then you got it. All right, so all your photos are there that way. You can get in, if you're syncing all of this, you can get to those as well. But I want to show you iCloud Drive as well. Remember, here's the same files that was on my phone, and it's the same folder. You're looking at the same files now on a browser. And you can upload files to this from your computer. You can create folders. There's a picture of my wife and I. There's that starfish picture I showed you. That's all there. If I delete it from here, it'll come off my phone too, because it's all sharing the same cloud drive. All right, so that's how you do that on your through a browser. But let's say you're on your Mac and you want to do these settings. So I'm going to go to settings here, or I could go through the Apple. I'm going to click on settings. Then you're going to click up here in the top row, you're going to click on Apple ID. And in here, I'm on the iCloud setting down here, and I can control my iCloud Drive settings here, turn on photos, which apps I want to sync on here. There's no backup on here. That's one thing I'll point out. There's no backup option because I said it doesn't back up your computer. It's too big. But down here, this is that same 200 gigabyte of storage. It's the same data that was on my phone because it's the same 200 gigabyte that's being shared across those devices. Got it? The other thing on here is, and when I go to Finder, I can go to Go and go to iCloud Drive. This opens up in here. These are all the files that we were looking at on the browser, and then also on the phone. See, there's the starfish, there's the picture of my wife and I, they're all here. Now let's say I wanted to add, I could drag files in here and I can, whatever goes into these folders would show up then on the other devices. If I deleted this cancellation form, it would delete it from my other devices as well. And I don't use iCloud Drive a whole lot. Mostly photos and the backup and the syncing. All right. If I unconfused you or confused you more, what is here's the data plans that we were talking about. Again.
Kevin, this is my question. Because I'm shared. This is a family thing. So is this storage plan, is it mine? Actually, my daughter gave me this phone. That's why I don't know what I'm doing. It was a Christmas gift. Hi, Mom, this is you. So now when I get this message, what do I don't know, am I supposed to buy something? Do I pay? And then they always asking me for
your Apple ID.
Yeah, I know my Apple ID. I do know that. I wrote it down.
Do you have the password too?
For me, but not for her.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't know what plan are you on? Are you on a 200 gigabyte plan? Do you know? I
have no idea. Maybe I should just discuss this with her so she can. I get email. I got this email and I thought I better get in this class and see what I need to do. So you are enlightening me. I have to say, I'm learning something.
Yeah, you because you're doing Zoom on your phone, you can't check, right? Yeah. Right.
If I had gone on my computer, I do Zoom all the time on my computer. I don't like doing it on the phone because I can't see.
Right. Yeah. The screen's too small. You can't see as much, right?
Yeah. So,
Yeah, tell your daughter to buy more memory so you quit getting those messages. Tell her to do that.
that's a good one. Good one.
Tell her the messages are starting to bother you. She just needs to, pony up and get a little more memory for you.
Yeah.
She's
Okay.
probably using all the space anyway, not you. I can't imagine you're out there taking pictures every day or anything like that.
But I do have a problem. I have the worst issue because I have some buddies on WhatsApp. Sorry, on WhatsApp. Everybody who does a picture, I get it. I've got all of these pictures on my, and I don't know. I've been on. I go to everything trying to find. How do I get rid of these pictures?
Yeah, sit down with your daughter and have her help you. That'd be good.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You got it. What other questions you guys have?
Just like she said, Kevin, that, my Gmail also says that you are 94%.
Gmail does? Yeah. So you got a limit on your Gmail. I think you get 15 gigabyte with them. And so you got to buy more for them as well.
Even though you bought the 200 gigabyte, you still have to buy buy for a Gmail?
You said Gmail, right? Gmail,
yeah.
Google's different than Apple. They have different plans.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, they're not connected.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks.
Sure.
So Kevin, so can you use the so let's say you have photos that are on a computer and they're not in the Apple, they're not from cell phone or anything. Can you use the Cloud Drive to drag those to move devices by dragging them up to the Cloud Drive and then downloading them down to another device?
Yeah, you wouldn't even have to download them. So you're saying, let's say you've got 100 pictures you took on another camera, a regular camera on your computer, and you'd like to get them so you can see them on your phone and your iPad, something like that.
Right. Yeah. I'm actually moving from a old computer to a new computer.
Yeah. And are those Macs or are they PCs?
It's actually, I'm going from a PC to a Mac.
Well, good for you. Congratulations.
And in about 5 years, I'll understand what I'm doing.
Right. I would go just on. I would put all those photos in iCloud. I'd also put them in Google Photos. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you have Amazon Photos as well, which is free, which is unlimited. Amazon Photos is unlimited storage. They don't have any limit on that. Okay. But for this, I would upload them to. If you already have a lot of photos in Apple Photos, do you have much in there now? Do you have a lot of photos?
No, I haven't really started that process.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a lot that are in the Apple, that are basically iPhone photos. I have.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you have a lot there. So so you'd want to add it to that. So on your PC, just open up that iCloud in a browser. And just start dragging the files in there from your computer hard drive, and they'll upload into the cloud.
Okay.
And they'll all be there, and then you'll be able to see all of them on your phone and your iPad.
Okay.
Can I'm sitting out just out of the camera range. If I use my photos to make photo books, will the quality of the pictures that are available for download to a photo book be better from the cloud, or are they going to appear the same as you said? Because it's a thumbnail that's on my phone. Should I download them directly from the cloud in order to get the best quality?
No, when you download it, you're getting the full version. Yeah, when you actually put it on your computer, it's going to be.
No, but if I use my phone to put pictures on the photo album, will they be getting the best quality?
Do you buy through Apple? Is that who you're buying the album from?
No, it'd be like Snapfish or Yeah,
no, you're and those. I mean, you're not doing anything really large, right? I mean, you're not doing like posters.
No, just small.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, you're getting enough quality.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Good questions.
So Kevin, I have suspected that I had two iCloud accounts. And with your help, I've just confirmed that. So I have one that has only photos, and they're from 2016 to, I don't know when and they don't show up on my in my Photos app. Just the ones in the other iPhone account show up. So one of them's, I don't know, it seems like it's something that I used to use maybe, or anyway, they're associated with different email accounts.
Yeah, so
how do I, harmonize those?
how many devices do you have? What are the two devices you have that are
I
different?
have an iPad, a laptop, and an iPhone.
Is the computer a PC or a Mac?
It's a Mac. It's a MacBook Air.
Okay. And the two different, so what I would do,
I'm not sure how this happened.
you really want to get on one. You want to get on one account,
yes,
right? And what you can do is you can share all those photos. Let's say you've got the one you're not going to use. Let's say the one you're not going to use. Maybe for whatever reason, it's got fewer photos, whatever. You can share all those photos with the other Apple ID account.
Right.
Okay. So do that, and then log out of that Apple ID on the one you want to replace, and log in with the Apple ID you want. So you're not really destroying your old one. You're just not going to add anything new to it, and it's still going to be able to access the files from the photos from the abandoned Apple ID. But now you're going to move forward with just one Apple ID on all your devices. Does that make sense?
Okay, so how do I do the sharing? How do I share the one from the defunct iCloud account to the? Have you just covered that while I was looking around?
No, I did not.
Okay.
You could go to, so you're going to go into the one that's got the photos you want to get rid of.
Okay.
Or not get rid of, but that you want to share.
I want to, share. I want to transfer to the one that's got more stuff going on. Seems to be the current one. It's a me.com account.
Yeah. I would just create a new album, a new shared album. You see this? So I'm in Photos.
Okay, hold on. I've got to put you on speaker view so I can see. Okay.
Photos.
Yeah.
Is it? I'm sorry, I'm not sharing this big, am I?
That's okay. I've got it.
You fixed it.
I put you on speaker view. Yeah, I can see.
There we go. Is that better? And then I went to albums at the bottom, and then the plus sign at the top, and new shared album. Give it a name, and just put all the photos in there.
Okay.
And when that's done, let me just put next. That's not.
Send it to the other email address?
Yeah, send it to the other email address. You can open that up on your phone or your computer then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then you can put those images into that folder, into your computer. That's what I would do.
Okay, I'll see if I can do it. If I fail, I'll come to your next class.
Okay. All right. Anybody else? It's a lot of material. There's a lot in this class because this iCloud thing is, there's 4 components. I mean, it does some backup, it does syncing, it does photos, it does drive, and you have to have the settings set up on each device. And for it to tie together, you got to use the same Apple ID. Who was it that wanted to change their name? Is he still here? Is he gone? I think he's gone. Okay. So we got through how to restore backup, right? Did we cover that? All you do, if it's backed up in your phone, your iPad, you log in as the Apple ID on the new device, and it'll restore for you. Why backup is important, we did that. Storage space, we talked about that. The 2 accounts, we covered that. And email address for Bob, well, Bob's gone, I guess, but yeah, it's tough to change the email. You have to basically create a new one. You can't just change an email for an Apple account, Apple ID. That's what makes it unique, is the email. So you have to start over with another one. All right, good. Well, I'll send you slides of all this, and hopefully I've given you a little bit of confidence and given you some clarity. I know it's a lot. If you need to take it again, feel free to. If you get a chance to get feedback, I always appreciate positive comments as we move forward and continue to help you all learn. So I enjoyed the time with you all. I hope to see you in other classes, and hope you guys have a great weekend.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. You have a good one.
You're welcome.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Kevin. Yep.